Play ball! If there's one con about being a primarily PC gamer, it is certainly the dearth of good sports video games out there. A game genre I've had a lot of fun playing over the years. Dearth does not mean complete lack though, as this game shows, and it knocks it out of the ballpark. I'll give you some time to recover from that one before I pitch you another. Sorry, I'll try to catch myself next time, but I can't guarantee anything. Okay, before someone beans me, I'll steel myself for the video upcoming. My name is Rio, and these are the completely biased reasons why you should play Super Mega Baseball. Super Mega Baseball is an arcade-style baseball game developed by the indie developer Metalhead Software. The game follows in the line of other arcade-style baseball games, such as Backyard Baseball or MLB Dugout Heroes, but does it with a different and enjoyable style. The game first released in 2014 for PS3 and PS4. An updated version called Super Mega Baseball Extra Innings was released in 2015 for the Xbox One and PC, and was added for free to the PlayStation copies in 2016. A sequel to the game is currently in development and is scheduled to be released on May 1st, 2018. Now that you've got some background information, let's head into the game. Unsurprisingly, Super Mega Baseball is a game where you play the game of baseball. Surprising, isn't it? The rules of baseball apply for this game, with the only modifications basically being the amount of innings you can play in exhibition mode. I would make a video detailing the rules of baseball for those who don't know them, but I don't have to, because the developers of Super Mega Baseball already did. And you can go to that video from this video link on the screen. It's a 4-minute long video, so we'll just wait here silently until you get back. Ugh, what is taking them so long? Forget it. They can catch up later. In Super Mega Baseball, as in baseball itself, there are 4 stages of the game: hitting, pitching, fielding, and base running. For hitting, your player goes up to face the pitcher, and your hitter has some options on how to swing. A normal swing, which can be seen here, a power swing, which can be seen here, which is a timed swing that allows you to hit the ball further, and a bunt, not shown here, because I'm not a huge fan of bunting in the game. The power swing is the one where actual game mechanics beyond trying to put the cursor where the ball ends up being thrown come into play. As you can see with the power swing, numbers go alongside the batting cursor. The higher the number, the more power. So you want to time it just right to get a good boost on power. Once you've gotten a hit or a walk to get on base running comes into play, which usually just means automatically going to the next base or retreating when a hit goes up. But beyond that, the player needs to send runners. If a hit allows a base runner to go from first to third, the player has to tell their runner to go to third in the first place. You can also steal bases if you're fast enough. Nothing too groundbreaking in this area for baseball video games in general. On the other side of the inning, you start out pitching. For this side, you have a wheel of pitches to choose from: 4-seam fastball, cut fastball, 2-seam fastball, screwball, curveball, slider, changeup, and forkball. Or you could throw a meatball. I advise against throwing a meatball. Once you've selected your pitch, you then select the location and try to move the cursor into the area you selected as your pitcher winds up and releases. The closer you get to the location, the higher the number, and the better the pitch is. Good pitches, though, can still be hit, and hit hard, just like bad pitches can sometimes work out well. But your odds are better the pitch is. Varying up pitch locations and types is necessary because opponents can adjust to what you're throwing and anticipate it the next time they're up. By tricking them, you can fool them and get easy outs off of it. If you're too predictable, though, they anticipate the pitch and make you pay. Much like hitting, there is also power pitching, which is harder to locate but more effective when thrown. Hitters get worse contact and swing and miss more often on these pitches when thrown well. Pitchers do have stamina though, so watch out or their skills will decrease rapidly as they reach their limits, and you'll have to bring in a new pitcher. In the unlikely scenario where a hitter actually hits one of your pitches, the game shifts to the fielding part of the game. Fielding is mostly about putting your fielder in the right spot to catch it in the air or on the ground, and then throwing it to the right base or person. Sometimes the ball is out of reach of that fielder though, so I guess we should just let it go by. Or not. In some instances, you can manipulate your fielders to jump, dive, and slide to stop a ball before it gets out of reach. For ground balls in the infield, the game even slows down to allow fielders a chance to dive for the ball, because otherwise our reaction times would not be fast enough to get the ball. These are honestly my favorite plays to make in Super Mega Baseball. They're cool and get you a lot of points. Speaking of points, as you might see in the upper left part of the game screen, there is a star counter which goes up based on your performance in the game. What does this help with? Well, let me show you. As you get more star points, you gain levels, and as you gain levels, you can unlock better equipment to use to upgrade your players. Each player comes with a preset stat spread among contact, power, speed, fielding, arm, velocity, accuracy, and break, although the last three skills are only for pitchers. And pitchers don't have the arm skill. They just generally have pretty good arms. These are the stats you improve with equipment. There is one stat I didn't include with the others, and that is Mojo. Mojo helps determine how a player performs in a pressure situation, and how a player performs in a game affects their mojo. If a player has gone 0 for 4 so far in the game, they're not going to be feeling too good about a bases loaded, 2 outs, game on the line situation. But the player who has gone 4 for 4 will be feeling confident. I think it's a particularly cool inclusion to try to mimic how streak-heavy baseball is as a sport, and you can use equipment to upgrade mojo as well. Equipment helps especially in season mode, which is the other mode after exhibition, where you play with players over long seasons trying to win a championship. You can accumulate stats over the season, be in the league leaders, adjust lineups each game, and simply manage the team. I would show you more of a glimpse of season mode, but my team, the Blowfish, is made up of friends of mine, and I think they might not want their names broadcast all over the internet. How did I make this happen, though? Customization. You can customize players, not teams, although Super Mega Baseball 2 is going to have team customization, changing everything about the players. Although, granted, they do stay the cartoonish figures seen here, you can at least make them somewhat in the image you want. If you had enough time, you could even customize every player in the league. I just keep it to my team, though, so I can build new rivalries with the other players, like Button Butterson. Such a ridiculous name, I can't even say it and sound mad. It's a fun side aspect of the game that adds to the overall experience. Games are pretty easy to get into and take only about 20 minutes, which is actually about the amount of time of action in a regular baseball game, and those games last 4 hours if you actually go to the ballpark, or 3, depending. Aren't you glad they cut out all that waiting time in video game versions? Especially for Super Mega Baseball, these games are fast. The last really cool mechanic in the game that I want to show you, though, is the Ego system, which is the difficulty system for the game. Ego goes from 0 to 99 in the game, getting progressively harder. And 99 Ego is really tough, let me tell you. You can choose whatever difficulty suits you best, but what if you're like me? Good at hitting, not so good at pitching. You can actually go into a menu that adjusts Ego for particular aspects of the game. Say you want to play on 60 Ego hitting, 50 Ego pitching, and 55 for base running and fielding. You can do it. It's a good adjustable system that caters to all types of players, especially people like me, who like to change it up almost constantly. To close, I want to reiterate that because of the dearth of baseball games on PC these days, it would be understandable if we would accept a lower quality game simply because then we'd have one to play. That is not the case with Super Mega Baseball. It maintains what is good about baseball video games while adding in flexible ideas such as the Ego and Mojo systems that add to the sports game genre. There are limits to seasons and customizability, and some controls are finicky, such as pitching, but it is a wonderful experience, and it seems some of the aspects not in Super Mega Baseball will be making an appearance in the second game. Hopefully by then they'll also fix up some of the confusing keyboard and mouse commands as well. If you've been waiting for a solid baseball game on the PC, this is the game you've been looking for. Or maybe Super Mega Baseball 2, since it's releasing soon. But I can't comment on that one just yet. While you wait though, try giving this game a look. If you're a sports game fan like me, I doubt you'll be disappointed. Once again, I'm Rio. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it.